Hi all, welcome to episode number 8 of the Road to Top 100 Club Value, focusing heavily this time on the third tier in Germany of the Bundesliga, and third Liga as it's also known. So hopefully you find this useful, and this is going to be interesting because we don't have anyone within this league, so this is going to be hilarious. So if you can smash like, if you're awesome, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's Legend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. So let's jump into this and have a bit of fun in the process. But yeah, with the third tier of the Bundesliga, third Liga, free Liga, or however way people put this across, I had quite a lot of players in this league once upon a time, like pretty much up till say Christmas. What I've found was, with like not just the marquee matchups but other SBCs in general, I could just use this league, and it was just so easy to just do SBCs. I would always generally give up quite a few players of this league, and I thought, right, might as well just use them up, and most of them, like when I first started FIFA this year, I'm about 90% sure I went Germany, I think, this year, and I had so many from like the third Liga, it was crazy. I had like so many, and I've pretty much, as the year has gone on, I've just dwindled, and I've started this league, and basically all up, like just as I've been recording this, and I thought, just before I started recording, I thought, right, as I always do when I check any league, I always like to check what do I have, what do I not have, and I only had one player left in this league, and I thought to myself, I could have sworn I had maybe say 5 or 6 pages, and now to have only one is quite startling, and it actually makes it so easy that I can just go through this league. I can bid on everybody without having to think, right, have I got duplicates? I don't, because the only way I'm going to have duplicates is by making the mistake of bidding twice on a certain player. So in terms of investments from the league, what you generally find is, with this league, most of the time, whenever they seem to get an inform, it's just that player in that team. That's the only time I've ever really seen the prices go up. I don't really know the third tier too well yet. I've still not learnt it well enough to say, right, which teams are kind of good. From what I've kind of gathered, from what I've kind of read and what I've understood of the league, I would go like your Hansa Rostock, second Werder Bremen, second team. I was going to say Werder Bremen 2, or what you call it. Osnabrück, Karlsruhe. I'm sure it's Karlsruhe. I might be wrong. Let me remember other teams. That's annoying. Alan is it VFR? Alan AALEN. And one of the other kind of notable teams, not Jenna's not too bad, I think, for what I've gathered. But anyway, I love him saying so much. I could keep. It's like you could play bingo. It's like G's Legend bingo. And anyways, in terms of silvers, there is actually surprisingly quite a decent amount of silvers to work with in this league. I thought, obviously, it being a new league into FIFA, this is the first year they've put it in. I wasn't 100% sure what the silvers would be like. Now on Football's Filter, there's plenty of silvers, plenty of bronzes. This league had not a single gold within it, which I would kind of expect for a team in the third tier of like a league. I wouldn't expect a gold. I would probably expect silvers, maybe to around the low 70s, maybe at the highest like 72 or even a 73, depending if say someone from the first tier or the second tier went on loan and went to a third tier team. I'd kind of expect that. I would expect them to be too high rated, but there's plenty to honestly work with. Like nationalities wise, there's tons. Like Germans, there's a heavy abundance, but there's so many like French and German and try it again, French, Portuguese, Austrian. But then you've got nations like Sri Lanka, for example. I'm sure there's like, I can't remember which team it is, but the guy's like, he's the only, I think it's the only Sri Lankan player in the whole of FIFA, and he plays for a third team tier in Germany. It's kind of crazy. Obviously Turkey is quite a lot, but it's not too bad really. and like Poland is pretty common as well, but like you'll get there with like what you kind of need, and it's just a case of you just blitz through as usual and you're sorted. Rares isn't too bad either, which is quite good, and I'm quite happy with that. These kind of two teams here, like the previous team and the team I've just been on, these two are quite decent. I've noticed for their silvers as well, and I would say, well, obviously, the only times I've really seen these prices kind of go up with these particular third tier teams, it comes down to the SBCs when it has involved like Germany, for example. If Germany has kind of been required heavily for a marquee matchups or an SBC, if it's German players, then you generally find that lower league has the hidden gems just to throw in and say, right, they're what you can use to soften the spend, as it were, instead of relying heavily on, say, just Bundesliga. Because I know some people like to rely on the second Bundesliga as well if the requirement is like German players, but it's maybe, say, it's not emphasised Bundesliga, say, minimum 5, but it's maybe German players is like minimum 6, say. So you could, in theory, not just have to, as long as there's not a ratings requirement or the ratings requirement's too high, then you can get away with bronzes and silvers from, say, the third tier in Germany. That's when I've kind of noticed these guys go up if you wanted to kind of trade with them. And also, the dude that used to play for Borussia Dortmund, Gayu, also plays in the third tier now as well, which I didn't realise. I didn't realise he went down 2 divisions. That's kind of crazy. So it just kind of shows you how quick you can fly down the divisions, and even in Germany. But we're rocking and rolling with what we've done with our buying. I realised with a couple of the teams, I was like, have I missed a couple of them? But it's just a case of stock up the club, get them in, and we're all honestly laughing. Because it's always a case of, have we missed? Because you don't want to miss players. But what it comes down to as well, and I almost feel like it's not quite a bad habit. It's like when you're doing bidding for players for some teams, you say, right, I'm bidding away, and then you're like, oh, I've missed someone, and you're like, oh, I'll go and quickly jump back in and go and get them. The interesting thing as well I've noticed with the third Liga added in now is a lot of the free agent players in, like, say, previous FIFAs seem to play in this division. So I can kind of maybe half see why these guys were popping up in the free agents, is because they were actually in like the third tier of like Germany, for example. So it's like they were in the database, but it's almost like saying all FIFA needed was the league added into Ultimate Team and career mode, and suddenly you had all these players. So it just almost helps you, in all honesty. And for me, obviously, they're not going to be used as players to just like, oh, trading him towards, like I say, marquee matchups or any kind of SBC, like the basic advanced to what. Obviously, the basic SBCs that you generally do find these players do commonly get used. I will admit that. I did use them quite a lot myself, but all these players are going to be used for is just bulking up the club. And because we have we only had one player actually. So I wish I'd shown this now. When you kind of regret it before we'd kind of go into the nitty gritty. If I'd shown that I'd only had one player from this league, and I could say, right, there's about 400 players in about 400 or 500 players within the for the Liga, and we're about to practically buy them all. I know I'm probably not going to get them all. I usually find, and I've found this is the routine with a lot of the leagues so far, guys, is when I'm doing the buying, if there's, say, if I've noticed if it says 500 players in the league or 400 players or even 200 or 300 for even some of the smaller leagues, I'm not actually getting, say, 100%. I'm maybe ending up with like 80 to 90% of the league. Even some cases like in like the 70s, because a lot of the players that I'm noticing, when you try and either look for them or bid for them or even try and buy them, it's like they're either super expensive or they're popular for an SBC, and you're like, why are these guys so expensive? It's just kind of actually just annoying. But we're getting through this league pretty well, in my opinion. I genuinely thought I would struggle, and the good thing is I will just sell off the players that we've got spares, because any of the spares that we do buy is because I've accidentally bid for them twice, because there's no danger. And we're all prone to buying the player second time. It's always because when you try, if you've bid them the first time, and especially if they're like on the very first pages, maybe say 30 seconds, you're going through say the bronzes or the silvers. Time you get through say a few pages, and you see them up, you see that player again, you're like, have I bid for him, have I not? And because you go and try and check compare price and they're no longer there, you're like, have I not? And you even forget to check the transfer targets as well sometimes. We all kind of have that moment where we just completely forget to check, and it just goes against us. But this is probably the one league where, because we have nothing, this will probably put the club value up. I'm going to suspect probably like, it seems to be like every 35 players it's maybe say $1 million or $2 million for what I've noticed so far, when it's like a good mix of bronzes and silvers. I'm going to suspect this might put us up like anywhere between 10, like somewhere as low as 10 million to like 20-25 million. I have that feeling. So we're going to be like then looking pretty good. Obviously I'm going to have a think on actually where it puts us for overall club value. Maybe I have to have a look at that in the coming episode like fairly soon, because we want to kind of know where we kind of stand from the club value just now, and then obviously push on. Because I showed it a couple episodes ago where we were about 480 million, so we were kind of getting there. So, and obviously we've done the Norway, and obviously we're now doing Germany, so I'm guessing from what I'm at, I must be pushing probably the 500 million now, so we're probably looking like, once we get a few more of these smaller leagues out the road, like finish off Germany, this third tier in Germany, and then obviously any of the other leagues, smaller leagues that I've not, I'll look on the list. I'll definitely maybe have to throw the list in fairly soon actually, I would say. I'll maybe add that in maybe the next episode or two, just to give you an idea of all the leagues in FIFA and where we kind of stand. But we've only got like a couple more teams left to go, I think, because we're nearly there, because we've done Werder Bremen 2 is quite late, and yep, I think we're looking about good. That's a heck of a lot of players. I was about to say just the bronzes there, so we're looking pretty tasty. And in all honesty guys, this has been a meaty episode, only because it's the entire league. We've got a lot of buying to do, but hopefully you have enjoyed this guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the series still ongoing. Especially like always, sub to the channel for new. From me, Twitch, the Legend, and I'll catch you all later.